got a call at a grocery store up the mountain here. We got our summer pattern going. Fog in the morning, sunny in the afternoon. Let's get up there. That's where we're going this morning. Into the market. There's an ice, it's got the H.V.A.C ice machine. Drops the ice, bags the ice, and then it has an ice merchandiser all in one unit. And the merchandiser is not freezing. So let's go check it out. All right, so this is the unit right here. It's a Leer. That's our unit right there. L100 UHEI. We got H.V.A.C fans. Condenser fan motor looks weird. Someone's been over here hacking and mowing. Look at that. We got an RST64C1E compressor. And it's got double cap tubes. It's running at 40 degrees, the controller says. What can we get into here? Right, one of the first things I want to check is what refrigerant are we running? We're going to be 404A, 22 ounces. Then I want to see if my evap coil's clean. My evaporator is iced up to the max, right there. But can you see through there? This thing's got an iced up evaporator. When we first came up here, we saw this was opened up, right? So I went ahead and unplugged it. This is you young guys out there. In today's world, when I was coming up in the 80s, you'd never find too much stuff like this, at least not in California, but nowadays, there's people out here that are hacking and mowing, and they just went ahead and bypassed the switch. As you can see here, so you might as well, they didn't even leave the screws behind so you can sit it back right. They might as well just wire nut it and put a cap on there and then just make the plug your disconnect. I'm just gonna go ahead and look at that one go hot. So you know it's been running a dirty condenser. You see that one? I'm just gonna go ahead and wire nut these and put the cover on it. One of the first things I like to check, I got the control out, is the contacts right here, number 8 and 9. See if they're stuck together. So you'll take 8 and 9 off and then ohm it out. I've already done that. 8 and 9 should be open. You should not have a tone right there. Sometimes those contacts will stick together. So we're good there. Next I'm gonna ohm out. I want to see what the K-ohm rating is on these defrost sensors. Then we'll go in we'll take the evaporator cover off and we'll check the click-ons and the defrost heater, that kind of stuff. So let's see what kind of K-ohms readings we get out of these sensors. I think the evap sensor on this one is the one with the red. That'll be our evaporator sensor right here. And then this is our cabinet sensor. Up on the cabinet sensor, 34.99 K-ohms. Evap sensor, 25.61 K-ohms. And it's buried in ice right now, I'm sure of it, so I think the sensors are okay. So I'm where I think the sensors are good. So I got the evaporator cover off. It's all big old ice. There's our cabinet sensor, and here's our evap sensor. Wow, it's really not in there a whole lot. Look at that. You see that? But the tip of it was in ice. Let me show you that again. Like that. Put some light on. This is where my evaporator fans are plugged in. Then I want to find the heater limit, which is right here. We're going to check that. And we'll check our defrost heaters. Oh man. Oh, Sideshow Bob, what have you done? Oh, Sideshow Bob, what have you done? So I want to check this. These two brown wires right here are going to be my heater limit. So the yellow wires coming from the control is my hot in defrost, through the limit, back out, and then to 1/2 of the defrost heater. So if I take these two off, as cold as it is, it should tone out. So we'll get this disconnected. We'll get this one off of here. I'm gonna use 2 hands to do that, and then we'll see if it tones out. All right, so we're toning out. So the defrost limit's good. We'll carry on to the next piece of the puzzle. All right, so melting the ice, taking my time getting down there, unraveling little presents as I go along. And you can see back there, it looks like the drain heater might be blown up. We'll have to check that. I think the heaters, they might be all daisy chained together. We'll see when we get all the ice off. The picture will get a little easier to see. I'm just using my plumber's torch to melt the ice, just taking my time, being real careful. And we'll continue on here. This thing's a big old iced up coil of Titus specialer. Alright, so I got the ice melted. One thing I noticed when we first came in, this probe, the H.V.A.C probe, which I got sitting up there, was just stuck in the ice. I think it had popped out of the evaporator. That's one thing I noticed. So now that I got the ice off, I can see all the heaters that are exposed, and we're gonna go through and ohm out all the heaters. Drain pan heater, drain line heater. There's a little heater going down in the drain line, and of course our main defrost heater. All right, I'm gonna start with the little drain line heater first. You'll see those 2 gray wires. It goes around, goes down, and that little heater goes into the drain line. We got 1.552 k ohms. That heater's still alive. Let's go to the next one. Will be the drain pan heater. Right, there's our drain pan heater hooked up. It goes all through the drain pan. The tape's all warbled, but the heater's still alive, so the heater's still good. Let's go to the main defrost heater. Defrost heater, we got it on that half. The other half comes over there. We got it right there. We got 17.3 ohms. So all the defrost heaters are good. All right, so I was noticing the wiring on this. So the drain pan heater and the drain line heater come off the neutral and the hot, so they're always hot. So I can plug this thing back in and we can take an amp draw off the drain pan heater and the drain line heater and confirm that those are still operational. All right, so I got the coil cleaned up pretty good. I'm gonna plug it in and then put it into a manual defrost. And then we can check some amp draws on the heaters, on the main heaters. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and plug her in. That's the time delay. Now it's in freeze mode. Hold this button here. Now we're in defrost. So I just activated a manual defrost from this top button right here. Let's go amp some stuff out and see how we're looking. Get that up close for you. That button on the top left there is your manual defrost activation. DF stands for defrost. Okay, now we're down here. We're pulling 7.69 amps. So the defrost heater circuit's good. Look, I put that probe in there really good now. My thinking right now is 2 things. Either the probe popped out, so it never went into defrost, or the control's not going into defrost, and I got a problem with the electronics. It's one of the 2. That's where we're at there. If you wanted to get all scientific on your main defrost heater, you can get your volts divided by your amps. So let's say we were 115 volts divided by 7. We're pulling about 7 amps. And that gives us around 16 ohms, which is right where we were at in there. So it's volts divided by amps equals resistance. If you wanted to get all scientific on your defrost heaters. And be a super tech. Level up. Okay, so we came out of defrost. It just popped right out of defrost. So the thermistor's talking to the control to bring it out of defrost. That's good news. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug her here. Well, before we do that, let's see where the set point is. 12 degrees. Okay, good with that. We're just keeping ice in there. Still online for this unit. They want the set point at 16 degrees. Let's see if we can change that to 16. There it is. Now I gotta work on this fan shroud. You can see it's broken on this side. It's flopping in the wind. It's noisy. See if the clip's still under there, I can reclip it. I'm gonna take a look and see if the clips are still there. See if they're taking care of that fan shroud. There's a gauge up on it here. It's just starting. The box is at 36 degrees. These ice merchandisers, they're not for freezing ice cream, so you're not going to run -20 to do that. And you will run around 0 degree evaporator. I can pump this deep down right here on the low side. Since there's no receiver on this because we're a cap tube. When you have a cap tube system, you will not have a receiver. For you new guys, just so you know, this is cap tube fill. Let me pump this down and see if this compressor will pump on down there. It's a 2013 compressor. Yeah, it's just pumping right on that sweet spot. Quick little check. See if she pumped way down into a vacuum, and she did. So I'm okay with the compressor right now. We're almost there. 18 degrees. I got it set for 16. I want to see if it shuts off at 16. Then the guys told me they might have overfilled it yesterday too. Or in the past. That's been happening to it. So we'll see what it does here. It's almost shut off. Rascal. That'll make ice. Go in there, bag the ice. Boom. Automatico. Like there's even a note there. Don't stack the ice past this point. That's 16. And we cycled off. We're all back together. I'm going to get on to the next one. I got to go to the 76 gas station over on Ocean Street.